Good morning, friends. Actually, it's good afternoon and happy Monday. I have some super, super, super fun stuff for you guys today. And I'm not just saying that. I feel like I say that every time I hop on live, but I'm really excited about some of the things that I'm going to share with you today. We're going to paint some of them. And so let me know if you were watching on the replay so I can say hello and let me know what your favorite piece of this is today. So we're going back to the basics today. I would love for you to say hello when you hop on. Hello, Angel. How are you? Angel's watching over on YouTube, or you have us in both the places. I know a lot of people love doing that. So I have a lot of fun stuff for you. We're going back to the basics. And what I mean by that is we're going to, these are pieces that we can do tons of different things on. Okay. So they're great blanks that I can show you how to paint a ton of different ways just to give you some inspiration and variety and stuff like that. This first piece is not that, but I'm going to explain that. But they're simple and I am so excited. These are super budget friendly for you. Hey Deb, I was a little bit late. I didn't hop on until 12:04. I don't know, finishing all the things. Anyway, how are you? It is good to see you. Hello, Marissa. So good to see you as well. So anyway, I'm super excited about these because they are really budget friendly. And I just realized that I say super, 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 super a lot. Um, Anyway, they are so cute and you're going to love them. So let me show them to you. This one, however, is released. If you are in the VIP group, there is the little circle interchangeable that is on our mantle interchangeables for Easter. This is that in blown up version. This is 10 inches. But I'm doing a paint party tonight and I'm going to talk to them about what the bunny can mean for their life and what it means when it's how to incorporate it into your faith. And so I figured, you know what? I'm cutting this for the party tonight. Let's just go ahead and give it to you guys as well. So I'm actually going to paint this today because actually, no, I'm not painting it today. No, that's not the one I chose to paint today. We might paint this one this afternoon, though. We might. Hello, Vicky. Hi, Tanya and Kathy. Hey, Marissa. Love my shirt. This is from Love in Faith. You guys, if you love shirts, sweatshirts with cute things on them, that's just my vibe. That's my jam. And so if you love that, you need to check out loveinfaith.com. Watching from work, says Kathy. All right. I got a lot of stuff here. So this is the first thing I'm going to share with you. This isn't listed yet. I forgot one. I forgot one. It is a sweet bunny, and I'm super excited to bring it to life tonight. So check these out. Let me pull these out of the way so you're not looking on them. Look at this whole pile of stuff, though, you guys. All right, and I'm going to explain to you what you can do with all of these. Okay, I'm gonna walk you through it. But these are the ones that we're actually going to paint today. Actually, we're gonna use some scrapbook paper on. So these are the cutest tulips. Look at that, you guys. They are 3 different shapes. We painted these last week when I was in Nashville. I'll share some more video with you guys. But oh my goodness, are those not the cutest things ever you've seen? Look at that. I just love them. So there you go. These are what we're going to paint today. Hello, hello. Hi, Connie. Hi, Lisa. How are you? I got to hang out with Lisa last. Lisa painted some of these. We're going to paint them today. Actually, we're not going to paint them. We are going to scrapbook them. And I have some really fun scrapbook papers that I want to show you. A little bit out of my normal, we'll say that. I usually typically go whimsical, but this time we're going to go with like a shabby chic look. You have tons of their shirts from Love in Faith. So do I, Deb. I love them. Dixie, you need these. If you want these tulips, you can comment sold space 1211 and it will take you straight to those. And Debbie says these are excellent for shelf or tiered trays. Yes, you can get a set of 5 of them. So each set comes with these 3. Okay, you get 3 for $5. But you can get a bundle set of 5. So you're gonna have 5 of these, 5 of these, 5 of these. And then you actually get a really good deal. So I'll just say that. What does scrapbook paper mean? So scrapbook paper is just really, really pretty decorative paper that we are going to put on our piece today. This is it. I'll go ahead and show them to you guys. So these are a little bit more shabby chic, but we're going to do our tulips. And we're going to put this fun scrapbook paper on them, I think. All right, what else do we have? So think simple kits, simple cutouts that we can add our personality to and our character to. And so they're not like the intricate detail kits that we do a lot. So I just wanted to bring a whole bunch of these to you guys and check this one out. So this one is a Uncle Sam's hat. So you got that one. You can get every single one of these that I'm going to show you right now moving forward. You can get, oh, I've missed you, Beverly. Oh, oh my goodness, sanding floors since November. Oh, I'm so glad that it puts a smile on your face. Man, house remodeling, house makeovers, they're exhausting sometimes. And you do feel like you kind of like you're disconnected from the real world sometimes when you are so into house remodels. I do have a stack, don't I, Dixie? Welcome, Kelly. She's new to the live. So this one is a Santa's hat. Maybe we'll have Santa's hat, but this is an Uncle Sam hat. But imagine, like, we can add some fun ribbons to this and we can really play this up. Now, every single one of these you can get in a 6-inch or a 12-inch, okay? So you can buy a single 6-inch for $4. All of these are the same price. You can be a single 6-inch, or you can buy a set of 5 6-inches, and that's where you get your discount. Or you can buy the 12-inch single or the 12-inch bundle of 5, which is where you get the discount. Deb, it is going out today. I cut it and it's going out today. I cut a bunch of stuff when I got back from what am I saying? Nashville. You know how you're like always preps to get everything done before you go out of town, and then you go out of town and then you got to play catch up? That's what it was. All right, so there's that one. Check out this adorable little beehive. It has some etchings on it so you can see it. Can you see the etchings? They're really faint. That way you can just kind of use them as paint lines. They're not like they're so faint, you're probably not even going to see them like as much as you would etched lines. Hello, Desiree. So good to see you. Okay, here is a picture. Look at this vintage picture. Now, I'm picturing this in the summer with some lemonade in here. We could resin it. That would be so fun. But you can get this in a 12-inch or a 6-inch, okay? This one is going to look so cute with some stuff that I have in mind. We did not do that one. Here's an umbrella. Now, where's my VIP people? Dixie, you're in here? You could make them reversible. Oh, thank you, Maureen. You are so sweet. Hello, Debbie. My VIP people, I'm thinking foil up here. A pretty, pretty foil. Oh my gosh, that would be so cute. So then here's a popsicle. Remember, I'm showing you all the 12-inch ones. When I say 12, ooh, sweet tea would be a fun one to paint. When I tell you 12 inches, I'm telling you on the longest edge, okay? This one, you can get 12. Look, this one's going to be cute, made in like a bomb pop. Oh my goodness. Here's the bunny that's on that door hanger, okay? You can get 6-inch or 12-inch. You guys are going to just have to pop over to the shop and check all these out. If you comment shop, it'll take you right to them. Here's a little bunny head. Oh my goodness. Here's a house. How fun would this be for a housewarming gift to just have a stack of these on hand for you? These monogram or these little cutting boards are perfect to have. Yeah. Oh my goodness, look at the cute frog. I have ideas for this one, and so we might bring this one to life, okay? Hang it upside down with some flowers in the back, Dixie says, on the umbrella. That would be awesome. Okay, here's a vintage teacup. And then we also have a vintage coffee cup. Okay, can you kind of see the difference of those? You have a vintage coffee cup. It's got some swirls around its handle, and then the vintage teacup. Okay, the teacup is larger. Okay. I don't know if I think coffee and teacups use the same size tea or same size cup, but I needed to differentiate. How long does it take to make these? So typically our ship time is running at 3 to 4 days. I really like to keep it at that. And so yeah, the house with welcome on it, right? Okay, check out this apple. There is etching right there at the stem. Think about this. You guys can get when you get a bundle of 5 of these, you're actually getting a little more than one of them free. So you're getting one plus a little bit of the second one free when you buy the bundle of 5. Think about this. If you wanted to make some money, and I know that you guys have some amazing talent in here, okay? Because I've seen you guys, especially in the VIP group, you guys showing all your stuff. I mean, even in the public sharing, there's some talent in here. But imagine like get 4 sets of 20 get 20 of these, so that's 4 sets of 5. Is that right? 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, mathin is not my thing. Mathin is not my thing. Apple, peach, or plum. Oh man, you could do that. Yes. So have a paint party for teachers. How fun would it be to paint this and they could hang it on their door? That would be so much fun. All right, what else do we have? We have a football helmet. All right, that'll be fun to you can paint these up for your school. Man, so much fun. We have a football. We have the Star of Bethlehem. Okay, so 12 inches on this one. It's not as stately just because it's a smaller piece, but it is 12 inches from top to bottom. Okay, and then you can get 6 inches as well. So if you like the house, look, we have a barn. How fun. We got the barn. And we have a couple layered pieces too, but let me show these to you first. We have a Volkswagen. We have a corn stalk, 3 ears of corn. How cute would that be with some raffia tied around the front of it? Oh my goodness. Here's an acorn. Ooh, porcelain finish on the large antique. Ooh, that would be so pretty, Deb. Here is a cross for you guys. My mind, when I was putting these together in custom, this is like a vintage vase. When I was putting these together, I was like, my mind was going crazy of all the stuff that we could do on these. This is a layered piece, so it's a little bit more. Okay, so you have this. Again, you can get this in 12-inch or 6-inch. And then here is the Gothic style. Dixie, I think some of you guys have been asking for this. Let me point out a difference to you, though. Okay, is that the back of this one is solid. The one in our VIP group is not. You can like see through to my table. Okay, so just know that. Indian corn with pony beads. Oh my goodness. The corn could be painted as carrots too. Yeah, it definitely could, Maureen. All right, let me set these down because I have some fun ideas to paint. There are going to be so many fun ways to paint those. All right. But today we're going to paint these. These are so much fun. Also, I am thinking of what color to do the stems. And I don't really want like a spring green because none of that is going to match. Ooh, the spring green might match like that one. But I don't know that all of it's going to match them all either. How about let's do a stain? Let's do a stain and see what that looks like. Actually, I think we will use the olive and then maybe we'll dry brush some, like if it's still too green, we'll dry brush some white or something on it. Hello, Farley. How are you? Hi, Winona. It is good to see you. All right. So the bunny that I showed you is what I have a paint party tonight for. Sorry, that one wasn't open. And so I'm going to go share all about the bunny. That's funny, Marissa. She said, "Oh, my stars. My check this month and next are gone." I love it. Oh, thank you, Beverly. I got it cut right before I went out of town. It needed to be cut for sure. Now, I'm not worried too much about how far this is going to go up on our, oh yes, I love the stained look. Remember, on these, you have to do both sides, okay? Just remember, you have to do both sides on these because of the way that they are sticking together, the way you put them together. So it's okay that I'm turning over now just because it's stained, but you're going to have to let that paint dry before you turn over and do the other side. Let's get this side a little bit darker. These baby wipes are shredding. That's weird. So if you are just painting these, like I think I've shared some pictures, some sneak peeks of these last week. If you're painting these, your bank account just gulped, right? My schedule did too, because I want to paint all the ways on all of those things for you guys. Um, when you were doing these with regular paint and you're going to be painting the tulip and the stems here, hi Nova, then you're going to want to make sure that you do stop right here and don't bring your base color up into your flower. But like I said, right now, mine is, I'm scrapbooking. I'm covering it with scrapbook paper, so you're not going to necessarily, you're not going to see that. Hey, Roxanne, it is good to see you. So I'm using, I think it's called Olive. No, it's called Foliage in the Crafters Collection paint. Now, sometimes you might have more marks on the back. Like if you can see them on there, do you see those marks around the edges? That is going to be on the back of your pieces. Shouldn't be on the front at all. It might be a little bit on the back, but you can wipe those down a little bit too with a baby wipe. But my paint and my paint is covering it, and my scrapbook paper will cover it. But if it doesn't, you can wipe those down a little bit. That's just, well, they call it flashback. And so if your laser is dirty, I mean, you're going to have a little bit of it anyway, but if your laser is dirty, then those get really dark. Means you need to clean it. And I've definitely needed to clean mine, especially after the winter. I cleaned it right before I left because it was pretty bad. So these aren't bad. All right. These are going to be so cute. Ooh. Dixie says she sees the church windows in a set of 3 with some metal hinges. Oh, that's a great idea. That would be fun to bring to life inside the VIP group. That's a great idea. All right. All right. We got these all done now that I got green all over my hands. Could you use napkins? What would be a good base color? I would need to try to match a color of the napkin or white. Nope, you just need to use white or cream. Cream works well too. Um, yeah, you don't need to match the color of the napkin. No, white is the best because it's going to make the your napkin has a base white. Almost every single napkin has a base white. So then when you peel that tissue part away, like the different layers, um, you're gonna it's gonna just be like a see-through white. And so white is the best background for it because it's just gonna like seamlessly blend in and you're not gonna see it. So don't worry about matching. If it's a pink napkin, don't worry about doing it. So then all of the colors on it are going to be a lot more vibrant as well. All right, so we have 3 different little tulips here. So we have this tulip, which it's shaped like this. Let me show you the difference real quick. Do you see how this one's shaped like that? And this one has a hump at the top. Okay, so those are the difference. And then you have this closed tulip. Those are the differences of the 3 styles that you're going to be getting. But look how adorable they're going to look. Oh my goodness, look at that. I love it. All right, so let's do the closed tulip in this. Let's do the doesn't really matter. Let's do this one on there and this one on here. All right, let's do that. Your one and only nephew is getting married at the end of May and you have to buy a dressy outfit. My niece is getting married like April 5th. And my mom's like, I need to go get an outfit. Yes, you do, Mom. Now remember, you also have to do both sides of these as well. Okay. So just remember that. Actually, we're going to do this. We're going to do something different. Let's see. I need to stack these. You might hear it because I'm laying it on my computer. It might be ruffling in your ears here for a minute, but bear with me. Ooh, doing daisies like the tulips would be fun. That would be fun, wouldn't it? I think this Mod Podge is open. You could do all kinds of flowers. Now, let me tell you, this was Big B's idea. When we did the flowers from, I'm going to do both sides here. Okay, I'm going to do both sides at once. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. We did the reversible flowers, and they were on stands like this. He's like, oh my gosh, you could do some that are super cute like that, that are like spring flowers, just little ones. And so that is where this idea came from, because Big B was like, you should do that. And then he said, am I going to get a cut of any cells? Said, you get a cut of the cells every day, mister. All right, so we have one coat on each side. Make sure it's wet. And we're going to put that right there at the bottom. And then we're just going to fold this at the top. Hold on. We're going to put that right there, and then we're going to fold that right there. Oops, didn't get it on very well. Make sure you cover it all. There we go. Probably should have folded it first. Ah, Hobby Lobby scrapbook paper. I don't remember where we got this. I don't remember where I got this. It's probably not the best way to do it the way I did it. You're like a kid in the candy store when it goes on sale. Yes. Hobby Lobby scrapbook paper is. Let's see. Now I can't see. This probably wasn't the best way to do this. Probably not, but that's okay. Because we still have to do this side. We'll do it different. That probably wasn't the best way to do them both at once. Because now it's going to be hard to sand. Yeah, a creator fee, right? Definitely. Let's see. I want thick scrapbook paper. So, note to self, don't do two sides at once. Do one side at a time, okay? Because I'm going to take a chance on ripping like I did right there. This back paper when you're trying to sand. So no two sides at once. Don't do it. Don't do it. And, oh, this one doesn't have, this one has it down here. But remember, when we do it up here, you're going to have to make sure you cut that out, okay? Because that's how it's going to go together. You think I think it did have Paper Studio on the back. This was, one of you guys sent this to me. All right, now let's do this side. Looks like we're going to have to Mod Podge some of it back down because you just shouldn't have done two at once. You live and learn, right? I mean, it works, but it's going to work better if you don't do two at once. I was trying to get ahead of myself here. There we go. All right, that's peeling. Let's go ahead and put a little bit more down right there. All right, I think that's actually it. That was the only spot it felt like. Echo Park is having a spring warehouse sale. I'm going to have to look at that. All right, so, oh, look how cute this is going to be. Oh my goodness, you guys. All right, so now for this one, you guys, I think I'm going to just go like this so I don't have to sand down that edge. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go down to, oops, I should have put it down a little further. Hold on. Hold on. Let me put this together real quick. because I'm wondering if I should have brought it down a little bit more. Oh, I think it's okay. So you're just going to want to make sure that this side comes down the same as what this side comes down as. Okay. And we're going to do our best. So let's do this one. We'll do this side. And probably right about there. And we're just going to butt that up right there. So yes, some of these you do have to make sure they're in the same direction as well, depending on your scrapbook paper for sure. This one, there wasn't really a way that you had to make sure the design, is that what you're talking about, Dixie? Making sure the design is the same way? Maybe that isn't what you were talking about. Hey, Shelly. How are you, my friend? Shelly made some of these last week too, you guys. She sure did. All right. Let's go ahead and cut this away. Get up to it here a little bit more. Why is it not? Did I not get enough? Well, let's just put some more on here. Hold on, you guys. So hold on, you're gonna see my head for a minute. Scrapbook papering these, adhering scrapbook paper is gonna take these a little bit longer to do. What are you doing? They're gonna take longer to do just because when you're painting them, you can paint them pretty fast. Let's just go ahead and put scrapbook paper on all of them, and then we can get the sanding done all at once. How about that? All right, let's do this. Let's just actually cut this off the bottom. There we go. So these, if you comment sold space 1211, these will pop to you in your messenger. And I'm telling you, they're stinking adorable. So you can, one set includes the 3 that I'm doing. Okay. One set includes the 3. And you get a discount if you do like 5 sets. 5 sets. You get like a bundle. Yours is sitting out. It's literally the only spring decor you have out. I love it, Shelly. I don't have very much spring decor out either, so don't feel bad. You know how like a carpenter's house always needs carpenter work? A decorator's house always needs decorations. That's me anyway. I feel like I never get mine done. But I am so glad it is bringing some springtime happiness to you, my friend. I am so glad. All right, and so then we'll do the back side of these when those dry, because we don't want to sand them off right now. We learned that the hard way. All right, let's do these. Let's cut this right about here. I'll cut about that much off. The Paper Studio. You were right. Because I think all of these came out of like the same pack, honestly. Now, when you get these, you can glue them together if you want in their little interlocking sections, but you don't have to. Like, they're gonna stand without glue or not, okay? Oop. Why does that one go up so far? Hmm. We might have to cut some of the we might have to cut some of that paper there. It's fine though. What was I saying? Oh, you can glue them, but you don't have to. And then if you don't glue them, you'll be able to store them easier because they come apart and you can lay them flat. All right, let's do this side right there. There we go. And then let's go ahead and cut this off. And we'll do the next side. We do always put ourselves off, don't we? Yes, we do. Definitely something that, I mean, you should definitely be conscious of. I mean, if you are constantly putting yourself last, that can be very unhealthy. So make sure you're not doing that. All right, that's there. That there. Let's sand these off so we can do these. Remember this one we did? That's just so cute. I just think it's precious. I'm really excited to do the paint party tonight on the little bunny. It's been a while since I've done a paint party. I don't do them very often anymore. So don't be a brute savage when you do this. We're going to make it work though. Don't be a brute savage when you're putting this together. None of them broke last week, but I'm being pretty aggressive with the sandpaper. So just know if you're being aggressive with the sandpaper, it might break. Don't do it. We're going to glue it. It's going to be fine. Um, but painting it, like, you're going to be fine. They're not going to break. My point was, is they're not that fragile. I can't believe I broke it. Now you want to make more, Shelly? Aren't they fun? All right, we are going to make that work. And on this one, remember how I just told you you don't have to glue them together? We're actually going to glue this one together because it's going to have a weak spot there. And I don't want that. So I'll show you how, if you do break them, or if you do break one, I'll show you how to fix it. Because it's fixable. Hello, Lana. How are you? All right, now let's do this side of these. Is this the paper? This is it. Let's do this one. It's going to be harder to sand here. All right, let's just do that one right there. Call that good. And then this one. I can't believe that broke. I'm really surprised it broke, actually. Shelly said, this is more fun than coloring Easter eggs. I love it, Shelly. That's so cute. All right, we're going to put that one there. Let's cut this one off. Actually, let's just let it sit for a minute. We're going to let it sit for a minute while we do these. So there's just a tiny spot there that is a little bit difficult to get to right down at the bottom because you can't get inside there really well. So you have like an emery board, and that would work perfectly. You're going to have to give me all the ideas on all the stuff that I showed you to begin with. I think I added 27 new pieces, you guys. That is so gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Look at that. And that green goes perfectly. Oh my goodness. I love scrapbook paper on them. How absolutely precious. You guys, these are adorable. I'm not even put them together yet. Those are so stinking cute. I love it. I love it. All right. Do we have more? Yeah, we have more. I'm like, oh, we need to be careful here because we may be running out. All right, let's do this one. I think this one is my favorite. So I was going to do these like whimsical polka dots and stuff like that, scrapbook paper, and you can still totally do that. We're going to have to see. Like, you can do these in so many ways. So many ways. All right, let's put that one there to rest, get cozy. And then let's go ahead and do this one. Now, this is the style that I broke earlier. So we're going to have to hold on to this a little bit more so we don't break it. Tell me all the ideas and all the ways that you would paint these or scrapbook paper them. I mean, you could use napkins. How would you do yours? Would you do yours farmhouse? Would you antique wax them? I want to know all the ways because, man, we could just make these come to life so many ways. All right, let's do this one. We're going to do it right. We're going to do it just on the other side of this. You could mismatch the papers and it would give it a quilted feel. I love that idea, Dixie. That's a great idea. That's a really great idea. See what I mean? There are so many ways we could have fun with this. All right, let's go right there. Debbie and Desiree use an emery board. I need to. I used to have an emery board down here, and I don't know. It's not here. It's not here, but that's fine. All right, let's sand these off and we'll do these. Oh, I put that one right down the middle of that. I didn't even think on that one. Because that's what we were doing on both sides. We'll do it on the back. Look at that. Look how cute that is. That is adorable. Marissa's leaning towards napkins and painting. You might try to mix the colors in napkins. That's a great idea. Ooh, that's a good idea. Debbie, she says make the tips white like a real tulip looks like and do the bottom in paper or paint. That's a great idea. Ooh, diamond dust on them or Epsom salt. That's a great idea. Oops. Hold on. We need some more glue here. We might let that sit for a minute because I don't want to sand it yet. We'll sand it in a minute. Will this fit here? Can we make it? Ooh, we can. That'll fit on there. Ooh, Shelly says, what if you use photos of your family, like one person per flower, and then they can be place cards at Easter? Shelly, I love that idea. Get these ordered and do that. That's such a great idea. That is a really good idea. I love that. I would use the nail salon type, Marissa, not the metal emery boards. No, not the metal emery boards. I mean, I guess the metal emery boards would work though. Like, I don't know why they wouldn't. Oh, wait. We put the wrong one on that. I'm so glad I caught that because we would have had a really mixed up flower then. All right, let's put more Mod Podge on here. All right, there we go. Let's do it right here. All right. Hi, Nova. Cats are notorious for sticking their butt in your face. You notice that? Like, and she's so rude. What's wrong with you? She wants to sit. Sit down. Come on. Tell everybody hello. Oh, tell everybody hello. Hey, boo. Look, Big B's watching you be a pain in the butt while I'm trying to craft. Oh, Debbie says she was thinking Easter placemats. You need 25? Maybe you should just do the kids' table. That's funny because, like, I would have fun painting 25 flowers, but it would be a lot to do to Mod Podge pictures on 25 of them. Can you get down, please? Oh, okay. Well, you can sit on my lap if you want. Nope, you can get down. You wrap sandpaper around a small dowel rod. That's a great idea. All right. Do we have all these done? I feel like someone's here. My dog is barking. We're just going to have to wait. All right. Oh, actually, hold on. No. All right. So on this one, I didn't do the two pieces like we did on the others. So we're going to just clip it. We're just going to see, clip it off. There we go. It's like the perfect space in there to get your uh scissors in there. It's the perfect space. Ooh, this would be cute for a kid's craft birthday party. That's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. I'm telling you guys, there's so many ideas that you can do with these. I will share with you what colors we have or what colors we did them in at the retreat last week. We used Nicole from Afraid Not. We used her paint pack for the month. And so there was a really pretty, one of them was called Wisteria. It was a really pretty blue. And then one of them, there was a blue and a yellow, and I did it again, and I didn't cut that middle piece out. Y'all, I get to talking. All right, we're going to let that dry a little bit, but let's do these now. Big B says he loves the flowers. You know, I told them that these were all your idea, and I told him you wanted a cut of them. Your Callie does that all the time, and she's long hair, so it's annoying, even though you love her. I do love her, man. I love when she loves. I mean, she wants food though. She's like, it's 12:45. It's 12:45. Thank you. All right, let's get the. Oh no, you guys, look, I did that. You guys, I am not paying attention today. Wait a minute, is that one? Yeah, I did them wrong. These are supposed to be these. It's fine. Everything's fixable, right? Let's do it again. Let's get all this stuff out of the way. Otherwise, I'm going to pick up some trash and think that I should Mod Podge it onto. All right. So these are done. All right. Let's redo this again. Sorry. You guys might have been yelling at me saying, what? Why are you doing that? I tell you guys all the time that if you just sit with me for a little while, you will learn what not to do, and then you won't have any mistakes in your project. Because that's how I roll all the time. Some people will say it's because I don't pay attention. Some people will say that, and that's probably right. All right. If you wanted to sand this off a little bit, you could. I'm not going to worry about it. We're just going to go right over that. But if you were really worried about it, if this was thin scrapbook paper, I would definitely sand it off. But this is thick, so you're not really going to be able to see that through that. See that through that. But if you wanted to, you could totally just do this and sand it down a little. But it's thick scrapbook paper, so you're not going to be able to tell. Now, if this was a napkin, you would definitely have to cover it up. All right, now let's let these sit. And everything is fixable, isn't it? One belly laugh a day is good medicine. Amen, my friend. Amen. We all need belly laughs. All right, let's cut this one out. Hopefully we did this one right. Hopefully we did the rest of them right. So right here is where it's a little tricky if you have one of these, but you can use, I mean, it works. You see me getting it done, but a emery board, a nail file would probably work the best. Well, there's no probably about it. It would work the best. You guys can dress these up even more with like ribbons. We'll probably put some ribbons on ours. Thank you, Lana. I appreciate you. This is the one that was broke. Okay. So we are going to have to fix that, remember? And I'm going to be gluing it together. I told you you don't have to glue them together, but this one I am, just so it's a little more sturdy. Because I was a little aggressive when I was sanding it. But I'm going to show you how everything's fixable. All right, there's that. There's that. We need to do this one. Think about these for like a church group. That would be really fun. You could have a whole garden of these that would be really fun to take pictures of, like with a Bible study group or something like that. That would be a lot of fun. That's why I gave you guys discounts on the bundles of 5, okay? It just makes it more cost effective when you order the bundles, and you have stuff that you can do for events and stuff like that. The long table runner with greenery, yes. I was thinking that last week when I was putting these together. I was like, man, if you put that on a table with some greenery and some fairy lights in it, it would look gorgeous. And these sprinkled throughout, it would look so good. All right, so this one might be a little bit tight. So if you watch from the beginning, I was just butting up that paper right next to that and not having the paper go over. If you accidentally have the paper go over like I did this, you can cut it and trim it. But thank you. But it's going to create a tighter fit once we put them together. Okay, so just know that it's going to be probably pretty tight to put these together. All right, we have just a couple more to sand down, and then let's put them together, okay? Just have a couple more. 2 more. And I think this one's my favorite because I really like the pink. I really, really, really like the pink. All right, let's get rid of that. Oh, and I did the same thing here. I went right through that again. I need to get an emery board. It would make it easier, wouldn't it? So, schedule for the week going forward. We have started baseball. We are full into baseball now. So, remember our Wednesday night lives will now be at 8 o'clock. Okay. And if anything has to be rescheduled, I will keep you updated. So make sure that you have notifications on for this page. If you love catching me live, which I hope you do, um, these would be cute even to tie to a bow on a present for Mother's Day. It's a little gift besides the gift. I love it. Oh, thank you, Lana. Do you like my hair this length? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, we're going to cut this one down. Oh, maybe. It is more difficult to cut. I'm going to tell you that. All right, we're going to press that down in there. Because the only thing that you don't want a ton of paper on the inside, because when you push them together, they very well could tear the paper, okay? Especially if your Mod Podge is wet. So just take precaution. These would also be cute little sunflowers. Like these are tulips, but if we did sunflowers in the summer, what other flowers could we do? Marissa mentioned daisies, of course. I mean, I think we definitely need to have some daisies. There we go. All right, we're done with Podgin. That can always be a lengthy process, you guys. My budget stuff can take a long time. So if you're really wanting to get into your creativity, pick up some scrapbook paper and Mod Podge because it is definitely more in depth. Ooh, my pants are ridiculous. Ooh, Lily of the Valley would be good. I love that. Oh yes, I've done that too. Barb or Debbie, that's a great idea. So she's says take the sandpaper off of the here, and then you can run it in between there and it will get it off the edges too. Great idea. Ooh, carnations, roses, peonies. I love it. All right. Let's see. See how we bring these together. Let's do that one last. Let's fix this one first. So it needs to be glued right there. And we're going to press it in there, but it's probably not going to stay, which is why we have to glue this one. Look, it did stay, but I'm going to glue it right here and also along this edge. Okay. And then we're going to probably try to clamp it together a little bit. But normally you wouldn't have to do this. Okay. Let's put that right there. Let it sit in there a little bit. Let's get this right here on the edge. Now, we will see how this one stays. Look how adorable that is. Hold on, when I'm not holding it, I'll be able to. Now, if you didn't want your edges dark like that, you could take a paint pen, okay, in a green that matches here and maybe pick a blue that matches that and go over the edges. You can totally do that if that is something that you're like, oh, I don't really like that. Pansies would be good. Ooh, water brush would be good, especially for thin scrapbook paper. Ooh, greenery, like little fern leaves and stuff like that. Check that out. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? Oh my goodness, that's adorable. All right, so there's that one. And look how easy it stands. It stands all on its own. I love it. All right, so let's do this one. Like I said, with the scrapbook paper, it might be a little bit thicker and to just try and get into, they're going to be tight. That is so cute. Oh my goodness. I love that. That's precious. That's so precious. All right. I think this one might be my favorite. Oop. Hold on. Go down a little bit more. Why isn't it going down? Oh, I think this might be the one that we had the scrapbook paper. Hold on. Yes. This is the one that we didn't make the scrapbook paper. It was too long. Oh, yes. Even just painting them and having one flower for every family member. I love that. You could put their name on them with a little, like a little tag or something like that. Oh, it was this side of the scrapbook paper that was causing the issue. All right, now let's try it again. This one is tighter. Hold on. Paint probably shouldn't be on the inside edges either. So the ones that we did at the retreat last week, we painted them all. We used Nicole's chalk paint and we painted them all. Look at that. Like the entire thing. Ooh, you could do their birthstone color for them. That's a good idea, Dixie. Good times. Succulents would be fun. And I was thinking about that the other day. I was absolutely thinking about that the other day. Let's see. I don't know that I want raffia. I don't know that I want twine might be the best, but you guys, I don't know that I want it. I don't think I do. The only other thing that I was thinking is something like this. Ooh, I bet that would hold a plastic egg on top. That's fun. So I was thinking more just something like this. Bunching this up right here and putting it, attaching it right there. That might be cute. You could attach it all around. Actually, you could just put it all around and then tie it on one of the edges. Let's try that. See what that looks like. Except, hold on. I just tie it into a knot. I don't know that I made it long enough to tie into a knot though. Maybe. I think I did actually. That's so cute. Hold on. It's not tight enough. Well, and apparently it rips. I think that actually was looking good though. You could, you know what else? That actually looks super cute in there. You know what else you could do? You could do moss. I don't think I'm loving this like I thought I might. I might have to sit with that for a while, but I just think they're adorable. Now you could take these up a notch and you could do some dry brushing, add some different greens in there. There's so much just that you can do to make these a little bit more realistic. So you can get a set of 5 of these for $5, you guys. And then you have, you can get a set of 5 and you actually get like 1 plus of them free or something like that. You like them just like they are? I do too. I do too. Thank you for hanging out with me today, you guys. It was so good to be back with you. I feel like the last week has just been just a little out of the ordinary with being out of town and just all the things, and then coming back and having baseball and just family. So it's good to be back with you guys. I'm so glad that you guys hung in there with me when I am not here, and then are just ready for us to pour into each other when I am here with you guys. So thank you guys. I love you so much. I am so appreciative of you guys here in the community. And I want you guys to know that. So happy shopping. There's some cute stuff. Oh yeah, place cards would be amazing in there too. Hey Deb. Debbie Hoover. She was at the retreat with me last week, so I got to hug her neck last week. It was such a treat, such a pleasure. All right, so grab some of these from the shop, share your pictures. If you're in the VIP group, you know you can share them in there all day, every day. If you're not in the VIP group, you can you can share them into the public sharing group that we have, the Ruffled Daisy Creative Lifestyle, and show off what you've done. So, all righty. I love you guys, and I will see you Wednesday night at 8 p.m. But if you're a VIP here, I'm going to be live before then because I have lots of stuff to share with you. So I will see you soon. Bye.